And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel. Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And guys, today we're going to do a collection update video. And I've got quite a few titles to show. I had a lot of things come in. We had that Target buy two get one free sale. Grabbed some stuff from Kino, although not from the sale. And I've got several Steelbooks to show you, so including some that just came in right before I started filming. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in and check out what all I picked up lately. We'll start here with the Departed. We got The Departed. Great, our Scorsese movie. Really enjoyed this one. I've heard pretty good things about the transfer on this. I mean, you can see I still got it wrapped up, so I haven't had a chance to put this one in yet. But yeah, I went ahead and picked up the Steelbook because it was only a few dollars more than that slipcover, and really good price on that one. It's a good looking Steelbook. I like that. I can't wait to check that one out. I'll move through these first ones kind of quickly, and then I'll talk about some of the ones a little more in depth as we go on. The next three I got are all from GRUV, and I had these pre-ordered for a while, and that is the Oceans trilogy. There's Oceans 11. Actually, this is Oceans 13. They all kind of look very similar. Like got these like playing card fronts to it, or whatever you call that. But yeah, so there's Oceans 11. Here we go. And this by far is my favorite one. Such a huge cast. Very well written. Lots of suspense. Lots of things going on in this. Of course, they're pulling off a very elaborate, heist. Andy Garcia owns this casino. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, the list goes on and on. Most of you have probably seen it. It's a huge movie. Yeah, it's a really smart, well-written, well-directed, film. And then you had the sequels, which are also good, just not as good. You had Oceans 12. And you had Oceans 13. And to me, these were a little bit of cash grabs because the first one made so much money. They kind of had to keep the ball going. Cash in a little bit. They're similar to the first one. They're just pulling off more heists, more casino type heists. But yeah, they never fully capture what the first one had, at least not for me. But these were a really good price. I think they were only like $20 a piece or something at the time, maybe just a little bit more, I don't know. But I was very glad to get those three. You can also buy them in a like a combo pack set, I think, with a slipcover. Is also available out there. But yeah, I'm glad to get those. That was a good deal. Speaking of good deals, Target had their buy two get one free sale going on. Lots of cool pre-orders were available, available in that sale. Like the new Ghostbusters movie. Monkey Man was also in that deal. A lot of stuff that don't even have release dates was actually included in that deal. So I hope you guys took advantage of it. I did a little bit, but some of the ones that I got that were in stock now, I picked up the Carrie remake from Scream Factory. Hadn't pulled the trigger on this one yet, so when I saw it included in on the deal, I thought what a great way to save a couple bucks. And yeah, I enjoy this one. I enjoy this one quite a bit. I mean, I like the original as well. Maybe you could argue that, for what the character's supposed to be, maybe Chloe Grace Moretz is a little too beautiful to pull that role off. But you know what? I don't mind looking at her on screen, so it was actually fun for me. I didn't mind. I like the cast. I like the little bit modern, fresh take. Yeah, I just thought it was a good movie. It's pretty much the same movie, but the third act is really pretty crazy, and I enjoyed it. Speaking of remakes that I enjoy, the Child's Play remake, a lot of some people just aren't going to like remakes, and they're just not going to like this one at all. But a lot of people have come around on this one. They kind of respect the story. It's a good story. It's got good kills. Sure, the doll looks terrible, but if you can kind of forgive that, then you actually have a pretty good story about a killer doll. But it's not possessed in the same way that Chucky was. And yeah, it just was good. And having the kid actors be involved, I thought was kind of fun. Aubrey Plaza's in there. Like I said, they had good kills. The third act on this one also pretty great. So yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of that one actually. And then the third one that I got, I guess this would probably be the free one, and that was the Quigley Down Under movie. Been wanting to get this one for a little bit, been meaning to pick it up. And, it is a Shout Select title, Spine number 48. And a lot of people have been asking me about a slipcover for this one, so now that I have the movie, I will scan this and do a slipcover for this one. But yeah, it's a solid movie. I always liked these. This movie growing up, and it's a western, but it's not like your traditional exactly western. It's a little bit of a different, like more of an adventure type western with. I don't know if you think of like Alan Quartermain, or maybe even Indiana Jones a little bit. It's got some of that kind of stuff mixed in there. So, but very good movie. A good little action adventure flick. Also, I picked up another Shout Select 4K, and this one is Spy number 159, and that is Rolling Thunder. This one was one I mentioned in my most anticipated movies of the month video. Kind of went into the details about the movie in that video. But yeah, again, it's just about this guy returns from home from Vietnam. He's got some PTSD. He's got his buddy with him who spent some time in a POW camp, played by Tommy Lee Jones. This buddy, and some things have changed since he's been away. His wife's cheating on him. She's kind of left him. His kid don't remember him, and but he does get a hero's welcome, including a little briefcase full of these silver dollar coins. And some people are they're kind of angry about that, so they break in to his house, a little home invasion. They try to rob his money, and they end up killing his wife and kid. And so the rest of the movie plays out. It's a little bit of a drama too. It's not like your full blown action all the way, but the third act gets pretty crazy when the two guys set out and they just get revenge, go kind of crazy on everybody. It's a good movie. Go check that one out. Another one that was in my anticipations video, I'm pretty sure, I kind of don't remember, but Joysticks. I have been anticipating this one for a long time. It was supposed to come out a few months ago, but there was an audio issue, and so they put the stop on those right before they were supposed to come out. As a matter of fact, a lot of people who were getting screener copies got them early with the bad discs. And so now we got them back here. This one is also a part of the MVD Rewind collection. It is spine number 58. And the cover here is a little different. It's supposed to sort of mimic basically an old video game type deal. Even on the back there, kind of a minimalist cover. But then when you check out the old inside, there's your classic MVD Rewind logo banner. And then when you open it up, you do get alright, my disc is in the player. You do get reversible cover art there. It's just the same picture in black. And you get a poster, so that's kind of cool. I like the orange. I think that really pops. And this movie's just basically about, Joe Don Baker, he plays this guy, this rich guy. He wants to shut down the arcade. And, the arcade, it's basically your hangout spot for, all these, these 80s kids. And, there's some weirdos in there and stuff like that. And, I don't know, it's kind of a fun movie, but the jokes didn't quite land as much as I remembered. Like, I didn't have as much fun with it because I hadn't seen it in like a number of years. And it just didn't have it wasn't as fun. The jokes weren't as funny as I remember. And then the video game play, although nostalgic, and kind of fun, it also looked kind of goofy and didn't really work for me that well. I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you. A little let down on that one. So it went from one of my most anticipated to one I was a little disappointed in. But at least it's cheap. It's a very, inexpensive Blu-ray. It's under $20. So, and a lot of people collect for that line anyway. So yeah, pop it in, watch it. Maybe you'll enjoy it. It does have some TNA in there. That's always kind of fun. Alright, let's jump into some Arrow video next. And we got Basket Case 4K. And this one's kind of fun. I like this slipcover. It's a nice looking slipcover. It's got that velvety texture to it. And then the basket case is wrote, in a shiny font. It's also a thicker case. It actually kind of feels like Vinegar Syndrome slipcases. It's even got that smell to it, kinda. And this is what the movie looks like. This is what you're dealing with here. This is reversible cover art. I like this cover art the best. You do get a poster of this as well. Let me show you what all you get in here. So this is that poster that you get, and it's reversible also. Then you get this cool little book, and I like the artwork on the cover of this too. And half the book is like some of the credits of the movie, but then the second half of the book is a comic strip, which is really cool. There's a picture of the monster. Or, it's a person. So, about Basket Case. Well, it's a low budget movie. This movie was only made for $35,000. So, and the if you've ever seen it, the animation of the little monster is kind of weird. It's kind of goofy. Almost comical. Well, definitely funny, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how the 4K holds up with those like really bad, the really bad special effects. Because again, super low budget movie. Like I don't know if cleaning this movie up is gonna make it better or worse. So that's really the question on this one. So next up we have Tank Girl, and this is from Umbrella. It's a Blu-ray, and you know, like when you get most of these from Umbrella, they put the number on the J card, so you kind of got to hang on to that. I have number 388 of 3500. There's the their J card, and it's got kind of a cool looking slip to it. I like that. It's got kind of an Andy Warhol type thing going on there. It's kind of cool. And there's that original poster art that you kind of remember. This is reversible artwork on here, but the reversible is the same. It just gets rid of this little age restriction thing. And there's your back there. It's a fun movie. I mean, it's supposed to take place in the future, 2033. We're not that far away, and you know, it's a post-apocalyptic type of movie. It's kind of like your, you know, Mad Max or something like that, but it's a little more goofy. It's a fun action flick though, and Lori Petty's great in it. My best friend growing up, he was a big Lori Petty fan. That was his crush. And so we watched Tank Girl quite a bit. We watched Point Break quite a bit because of that. And so when I saw this one, I had to pick it up so I can have you know, a little reminiscing, a little you know, a little thinking back there to the good old days. But it's actually a pretty good movie. It's kind of over the top action, almost comic book style. You know, Malcolm McDowell, I think, plays the bad guy in this one. He's kind of, you know, over the top, almost a cartoon character type deal. And Lori Petty with her big tank is you know, it's comical, it's funny, but it's also very over the top, kind of goofy, but entertaining action. So I like it. All right, now next I've got four Kino titles. None of them came from the sale. These are all newer titles or stuff that I grabbed for different reasons here. We'll start here with Kindergarten Cop. And I nearly screwed up, man. I nearly missed the slipcover on this one. Yeah, I think now if you buy it from Kino, I don't think it comes with the slipcover anymore. I think they're done with that on the first run that they have. However, you know, some of the ones that they sent out to other stores, you can still find it from them and get it with a slipcover. And that's what I did here. Now, I think Orbit DVD, if they have any available, it's without the slip. But I went to Atomic Movie Store, and they still have the slipcover available. And so I was able to grab it and still get the slip. I should have jumped on it from the start, because I know how popular Schwarzenegger movies are. I'm not a big fan of Schwarzenegger comedies. This one's okay, you know. It's just okay for me. It's worth having in the collection. Schwarzenegger, so it's kind of cool, but, you know, it's just kind of okay. Next, we got a really good movie. It's on 4K from Kino as well, and that's North Dallas 40. This one I wanted to pick up. Wanted to mention too that, you know, a lot of people I'm sure haven't seen this movie, and the cover of this might give them the wrong idea. They might think, oh, this is a, you know, maybe a comedy sports movie. It does have a few laughs. It is a little bit of a comedy. It does have football, but it's also probably more of a drama than anything else. But it's well written. I mean, it's not goofy. It's not like you know, it's serious, but it's not like too serious. But yeah, it's just a good movie. Even if you're not a football fan or you don't like sports movies, This one, I still think you would enjoy. Nick Nolte, Mac Davis. Nick Nolte's really good in here. He plays like an older, pro football player who's kind of, his time has kind of come and went. He's doing all these things to try to stay in the game. Try to, doesn't want to quit, doesn't want to give it up. So, he does a lot of stuff, a lot of wear and tear on his body. And so there's a lot of just drama around that. His quarterback in the movie is played by Mac Davis. Really, really good movie. Just going there not expecting a comedy, though. Another 4K I picked up from Kino is Changing Lanes. And this one is fantastic. This one has a special feature on there I'm really looking forward to checking out. It's called The Writer's Perspective Featurette. And the reason I want to check that one out is because one of the things I love most about this movie is the writing. It's a great story. It's really character driven. It's a thriller, and it's pretty fast paced. It says it's 99 minutes, but it feels so much quicker than that. It's basically about these two guys that are polar opposites, really. Ben Affleck is, he's working his way up through this company, and he's doing pretty well, but he's starting to get a little bit of a conscience, because in order to get to the top, that they have to cheat some people. They kind of have to cut some corners, and you got to kind of step on some people. And he's starting to kind of feel that, and he's starting to see that, and he's not loving it. He's not sleeping good at night. And it's starting to wear on him. So, even though he's a good guy, he's been doing some bad things. Well, Samuel L. Jackson, he's another guy who has had a checkered past. He's the kind of guy who gets in his own way a lot. Most of that's due to, his struggle with addiction. And, he's on the road to recovery. He's trying to get his life together. He's divorced, or he's separated from his wife and his kid. And he's trying to buy this house for his family that he doesn't necessarily get to live in. He's just kind of hoping that she'll take him back at some point and not move away, because she's like thinking about moving away, that kind of deal. Well, they have a car accident, a little fender bender, and they both had a very busy day, a lot of stuff going on, and this fender bender makes their lives kind of mix up. There's a mix up, some paperwork and this and that, and this causes all kinds of problems, all kinds of conflict for these two. Now, in this movie, you're going to root for both characters at some point, because at some point, it's so well written. At some point, they both play the bad guy, and at some point, they both play the good guy. They're both capable of being good people, but they both do bad things. And it's fun to see how this one plays out, see what all goes on, and see how, ultimately their day affects the rest of their lives. Just a great, great movie. And normally I don't even like Ben Affleck in movies. I only like him really in smaller bit pieces. But yeah, he's pretty good in this one. And yeah, I like the movie quite a bit. And last but not least, matter of fact, this is probably like one of my most recommended movies of the video, and that is Brain Donors from Kino Lorber. This one's a Blu-ray, but it has a 4K scan. It's a brand new HD master from a 4K scan of the 35mm OCN. And so, yeah, this is a fantastic comedy. It's even shorter than I remember, and I thought it was a pretty quick movie. 79 minutes long with credits. That is a very short movie, not even quite feature length. If you've never seen this movie, John Turturro, I mean, he's a great actor. I think everyone would agree to that. If you've never seen him do this type of comedy, you know, in this movie, he is so good at this too. Really, the guy can do no wrong. I mean, he's just such an awesome actor. This is mostly all physical comedy. Look at that slipcover too, by the way. Very cool slipcover. I'll show you the back here. But yeah, this movie's mostly physical comedy. If you think along the lines of like the Three Stooges, something like that, that's what it would kind of remind you of. But yeah, these guys are kind of like the Marx Brothers from back in the day. And, you know, this old lady kind of, you know, she wants to put on this. In the original movie, it was like a play. But in this movie, it's a ballet. And so these guys, you know, like John Turturro, he's going to help her put on this play. He hires these other two guys. One's a cab driver, the other's a handyman. And, you know, they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. John Turturro plays a lawyer who's literally an ambulance chaser. You know, there's a scene where he's running after an ambulance. It's super funny, and it holds up so well. You will laugh so hard at this movie. This movie's only $16. You know, it's not on sale or anything, but only $16 to get the cool slipcover with it. And you're going to like it. You're going to enjoy this one. It should definitely be like more people should know about this one. It should be a classic, but it's just kind of not. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you are unsubscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so. And until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun, keep watching these movies, and I'll see you on the next one.